You've probably seen one before, right? Maybe hanging from a car's rearview mirror or clutched in someone's hand. It's one of those things that's instantly recognizable, but for a lot of us, also deeply mysterious. So today, we're diving in to the Rosary. I mean, it's way more than just a piece of jewelry or some kind of good luck charm. It's actually a tool, a roadmap for prayer, and a practice of meditation that's been around for centuries. And to really get what it's all about, we've got to go back to the very name itself. The word rosary comes from the Latin rosarium. And what does that mean? A garden of roses. Just think about that for a second. It's this beautiful metaphor where each prayer is like a single flower, a rose, that you're offering in devotion. Put them all together, and you're creating this whole spiritual bouquet.
So, where did this all come from? Well, this practice didn't just pop up overnight. No way. It has these incredibly deep roots that stretch back through centuries and centuries of faith. If you go way, way back, its earliest origins are actually pretty simple. Early Christians praying for their loved ones. But the rosary, as we kind of know it today, that really starts to take shape in the 12th century. The story goes that St. Dominic was the one who started using beads to help guide his followers in prayer. And from there, it just took off, adopted and spread by other influential saints, cementing its place in tradition. Okay, so we've got the history, but how does it, actually work? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this simple string of beads becomes a whole roadmap for prayer. All right, the whole thing is built around a really simple structure of 5 sections. And each one of these sections, it's called a decade.
And of course, there's some really deep symbolism baked right into this. Each of those 5 decades has 10 beads, and that number 10 is no accident. It's meant to call to mind both the 10 Commandments and the Beatitudes, so it really grounds the whole prayer in the absolute core beliefs of the faith. Okay, this is super important. The beads are the guide, right? But the real heart of the rosary, that's the meditation. So as you're reciting the prayers on the beads, your mind is focused on a set of stories called mysteries. The 3 traditional sets take you on a whole journey. The joyful mysteries cover Jesus' birth, the sorrowful mysteries focus on his death, and the glorious mysteries celebrate his resurrection. It's this incredible way to contemplate a much larger story, one decade at a time. So we've looked at the history, we've looked at the structure, but the big question is, why? Why has this practice stuck around for over 800 years? Well, the answer really gets down to its spiritual purpose. If you talk to people who practice it, they'll usually point to 3 key benefits. First, it helps them grow spiritually, to build a deeper relationship with God. Second, and this is a big one, if you find prayer difficult or you don't know where to start, it gives you a really clear framework. And third, and this might be the one that speaks to almost everyone, is just the incredible sense of peace and calm you can get from that repetitive, meditative rhythm. And that right there, that really gets to the heart of its appeal for so many people. I mean, our world is so chaotic, right? And the rosary, with its structure and its quiet contemplation, can offer this really reliable path to finding a little bit of serenity. Now, you might be thinking this is all just some ancient thing, a relic from the past. But it's not. The rosary has turned out to be remarkably adaptable, and it's found a place even in our super modern digital world. And this evolution is it's fascinating to see. On one hand, you've still got the traditional rosaries, some of them inspired by these beautiful, intricate medieval prayer books. But then, on the other hand, you can literally download a rosary app to your phone. The technology is completely different, but the core purpose, a tool for structured prayer and contemplation, that hasn't changed one bit. It's exactly the same. So think about that. A spiritual practice born in the Middle Ages, now living on our smartphones, it really leaves you with a fascinating question. What is it about the human experience that craves structure, peace, and connection so much that a tradition like this can transcend time itself?